Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jamaica News in Review. Hotel worker dies in motor vehicle accident in Trelawney. A female hotel worker died as a result of injuries she sustained during a motor vehicle accident in Trelawney on Sunday morning. The deceased has been identified as 30-year-old Janiqua Johnson, affectionately called KK, of Botop in Alberton in the parish. Reports are that about 6:30 a.m., Johnson was on her way to work in a white Toyota Mark X motorcar. While traveling along the Hyde Main Road, the driver was reported attempting to negotiate a corner when he lost control of the motor vehicle, which plunged into a ditch. All three occupants of the vehicle sustained injuries and were taken to the Falmouth Public General Hospital, where Johnson was pronounced dead. The other two are still being treated. The Trelawney police are investigating. 6-year-old shot to death by a gunman in Duane Park. A 6-year-old boy was shot to death by a gunman on Tilford Avenue in Duane Park, St. Andrew, Saturday morning. He has been identified as Markino Timlin, who was killed when gunmen fired on a vehicle he was being transported in. The vehicle was being driven by the child's father. It was reported that around 7:30 a.m., the father has driven out from his home in a white Toyota Hiace when it was alleged that a white Toyota Probox motorcar with two armed men aboard drove up. The men, police said, opened gunfire to the rear of the Hiace and shooting up the vehicle and hitting Markino in the back of the head. The father reportedly drove to the Duane Park police station and sought assistance to the hospital. A police unit transported the injured child to Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the attack, the police said. Baby Coke student charged for assault of hospitalized schoolmate. The police have charged a male student of Baby Coke High School in St. Elizabeth for the assault of a schoolmate who has been left hospitalized. Head of the St. Elizabeth Division, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, says the teen is to go to court on Monday to answer to charges of assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. The boy was taken to the Junction police station by his mother on Friday, a day after the attack. The 14-year-old victim, Jaheem, was transferred by ambulance from the Mandville Regional Hospital in Manchester to the University Hospital of the West Indies in St. Andrew to undergo a CT scan. The youngster was beaten severely by an 11th grader at his school on Thursday because he stepped on his attacker's shoes in order to stop himself from falling. He lost consciousness after being attacked. The incident has been widely condemned. Decomposing body found in Lionelton, Clarendon. Lawmen assigned to the Lionelton police station are seeking the public's assistance in identifying a man whose decomposed body was found in Alidover District, Lionelton, Clarendon on Sunday, October 1. Reports from the lawmen are that about 6 p.m., residents were alerted by a false odor and went to make checks in bushes nearby. They discovered the decomposing body and summoned the police. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue. The body of a dark complexion, medium build, about 5 feet 9 inches tall, and sports a dreadlocks hairstyle. The body was clad in a black merino, blue pants, and pink shoes. The Lionelton police are appealing to citizens or family members who may know or have information on the identity of this man to contact the Lionelton police station at 876-986-3233, 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. Quadruple murder victims in Clarendon identified. The 4 men who were killed at a bar in Summerfield district of Shopperton, Clarendon early Wednesday morning have been identified according to the Major Investigations Division. They are 44-year-old Kish Brown, a shop operator of Line Road, Theo Manning, Varel Manning, and a man known only as Rasta or Tompa. Reports from the lawmen are that about 1:15 a.m., residents reportedly heard explosions and summoned the police. On arrival of the cops, 2 of the men were seen lying outside a cook shop with gunshot wounds. The other 2 were found inside the shop. The men were assisted to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the killings. Meanwhile, the police are asking anyone with information to make an anonymous report to Crime Stop at 311 or NIB tip line at 811 or call the nearest police station. St. Elizabeth teacher listed as person of interest in death of man. St. Elizabeth teacher Patrice Fagan, otherwise called Nardiel, has been named as a person of interest as the police probe the death of a man in Burnt Ground, Santa Cruz on Sunday. Fagan, who is of Point Point address, is being asked to report to the Black River Criminal Investigations Branch immediately. Investigators are probing the death of Orlando Blake of Holt District. Details of the incident were not provided. The police say several efforts to communicate with Fagan subsequent to the incident have proven futile. Anyone knowing her whereabouts is being asked to make contact with the Black River CIB at 876-965-2026, Police Emergency 119 number or the nearest police station. PNP Daton Campbell selected for Eastern Westmoreland, Damon Crawford to represent Northwest St. Catherine. People's National Party PNP General Secretary Dr. Daton Campbell has been selected to be the standing bearer for Eastern Westmoreland, with Damon Crawford representing Northwest St. Catherine for the next general election. In a statement, the PNP said the nominations were ratified by the party's executive at its meeting on Monday. The PNP said in consultation with the constituency and divisional leadership in both constituencies, party leader Mark Golding chose to nominate Campbell and Crawford, who is a senator, to ensure the party's strong presence in the forthcoming elections. While the initial applicants did not meet the established selected threshold, we extend our sincere gratitude to all the comrades who expressed interest in representing these constituencies and participated in the comprehensive evaluation process conducted by the party and the regional bodies, stated the party. We have confidence that both candidates embody the values and dedication required to provide exceptional service to their constituents, it added. Another student hospitalized after alleged stepping on schoolmate's shoes. Another student was reportedly beaten until she was unconscious on Monday by 6 other female students after she was accused of stepping on one of the girls' shoes. Reporters understand that the incident occurred approximately 2:30 p.m. after the Daton Academy was dismissed. The victim is said to be a 13-year-old grade 7 student. According to Superintendent of Police SSP Dwight Powell, the information that we have suggests that sometime about 8 on the said morning, the victim allegedly stepped on the shoe of one of the persons that assaulted her. The person that assaulted her indicated that she would deal with her case after school concluded. On the conclusion of class around 2:30 p.m., she was set upon by 6 students of the said school who physically assaulted her. She was rendered unconscious and taken to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, where she was treated and revived. The police were informed of this incident and immediately commenced its investigation. We will be collaborating with the school with a view to see how best we can treat this matter in an appropriate way. We are appealing to the students involved to make themselves available for the investigation to continue, SSP Powell added. Last Thursday, grade 8 student of B.B. Cook in St. Elizabeth, Jahim Coleman, was beaten unconscious by a grade 11 student after he allegedly stepped on his Clark shoes. That student was later charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Manchester armed robbery gunshot victim dies. One of 5 people shot and injured during a multi-million-dollar robbery at Scotiabank in Mandville on August 25th has died. Police sources told reporters that the man died at his home on Monday morning after being released from hospital recently. The 38-year-old father of 3 was shot in the head while reportedly driving near the robbery scene. Reporters were told that the man was released from the Corporate Air Hospital and was on a waiting list for a rehab center. The August 25th robbery left 5 people injured when gunmen attacked a burial crew, making off with millions of dollars. The total amount stolen is yet to be disclosed. Convicted gang leader Andre Blackman Bryan and several others sentenced. Convicted leader of the Klansman London gang Andre Blackman Bryan has been sentenced to 39.5 years in prison. Some of the other convicted members of the gang were sentenced to serve between 7 and 9 years imprisonment, while the remainder will be sentenced on Tuesday. Andre Bryan was convicted for leadership of a criminal organization and 6 counts of facilitating the commission of serious offenses by the criminal organization. He and his 14 co-accused were found guilty in March. In relation to Bryan, the Chief Justice noted that for the various counts of charges faced, including murder, the decision was made to have the sentences run consecutively. Meanwhile, the only female convict, the St. Thomas-based pastor Stephanie Christie, will know her fate on Tuesday. Multi-parish search for missing medic comes up empty, DCP Bailey stated. Despite a multi-parish search, the police have been unable to locate missing artist Stephanie Medic Williams. the social media personality and businesswoman, has been missing since August 24, and despite a reward of $1 million put up by her mother, Millicent McCurdy, there has been no sign of her. On Tuesday, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitzbailey revealed that the police have been to several parishes in search of the missing woman. So far, they have come up empty. I'm aware that several lines of inquiries were made, not only in the corporate area but in St. Anne, Clarendon, Westmoreland. Several places were searched, and other investigative processes were followed, and unfortunately, we've not been able to identify the missing singer, Bailey stated. He was responding to questions from a journalist during the Jamaica Constabulary Force quarterly media briefing. When last seen, Medic was wearing black tights, shoes, and a black top. According to recent media reports, her cellular phone last pinged in Linstead, St. Catherine, on the day she went missing. Last week, her family members, led by her mother, staged a peaceful protest outside the Constant Spring police station to highlight the artist's disappearance and to stand in solidarity with the families of other missing people. Medic emerged on the music scene in 2018 as a 24-year-old. She is best known for songs such as Money Feelings and collaborations such as Overcome featuring Shane O and Boss Lover featuring Javalante. Tufton assures that country is on top of dengue outbreak. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton has sought to assure the country that the government is on top of the dengue outbreak. This amid concern raised by opposition leader Mark Golding. Speaking at the sitting of Parliament, Mr. Golding questioned why it took so long for the ministry to declare the outbreak given the threshold was passed in July. The outbreak was declared on Saturday, September 23rd. In response, the minister indicated that the delay in the outbreak being declared was due to data log.
I know that the declaration of the outbreak occurred on Saturday, September 23, but also that the increase in cases pushed the country past the epidemic threshold for July, August, and September. And we've now had some deaths, and so we're in a serious situation now. We've now entered a period of regular rainfall as opposed to July and August, which were dry months. So I really want to ask, why did we take so long, given that the data showed that the threshold had been passed, and we'd gone from July, and we have had our 2019 experience? Why have we waited till now to deal with this matter when it seems to be, we're in a kind of crisis mode with over 1,000 cases?
I would not frame the question in that way if I may be so presumptuous, because implicit in it is suggesting that we're not on top of it. And I want to reassure the member that we are on top of the outbreak, or certainly the situation, which involves all of us. The first issue of why is because of data lag. I mean, you don't collect the data in real time, unfortunately. You have a number of Sentinel sites around the country. The information has to be collected, tabulated, assessed. So the epidemiological function that is involved in the data normally lags a few months.
JLP supporters lash MP Tufton over removal of councillor as party rep. Several supporters of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP in the West Central St. Catherine constituency have lashed Member of Parliament Dr. Christopher Tufton over the removal of a sitting councillor as the party's representative for upcoming local polls. If Councillor Keith McCook has to go, then Member of Parliament Christopher Tufton has to go also, because he disrespected us by deciding to get rid of Councillor McCook without consulting us, said an irritated supporter who participated in a process in the constituency yesterday. She did not want to be named. McCook represented the Red Hills Division in the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Telephone calls to Tufton, who is also Minister of Health and Wellness, went unanswered. McCook, who has represented the JLP since 2012, is not among the 9 councillors or councillor candidates approved by the government party in its era Council 2, Chairman Edward Warmington disclosed over a week ago. He will be replaced by Michael Archer, CEO of Archer's Funeral Home in St. Catherine. His performance was below standard. We did a poll in that division, and Mr. McCook enjoyed the support of only 25% of JLP supporters, Warmington told reporters last month. However, the demonstrators insisted that the party acted without any consultation or consideration for the opinions of the division supporters and delegates. McCook's response to the protest was clear when contacted. The people have a right to make their own decision as to who they want to represent them, and it is unconstitutional to replace a sitting councillor and put in place a caretaker councillor while he is still serving. I have served them well for 11 years and had no intention of resigning, he stated. McCook revealed that tension had been stemming from 4 years, stemming from what he said has been his refusal to be a yes man to Daton. He did not say whether he would challenge the party's decision. The next local government elections are due by February next year. Police nab alleged robber in St. Elizabeth. The swift action of several police teams in St. Elizabeth on Wednesday led to the arrest of a robbery suspect and the recovery of cash that was allegedly taken from a bar in Santa Cruz in the parish. Reports were that about 2:15 a.m., a woman woke to strange sounds coming from a section of the premises. Shortly after, the door to her bedroom was reportedly kicked open by a man armed with a firearm. The woman was reportedly ordered to open the bar. The gunman reportedly took an undetermined sum of cash and cigarette from the establishment before escaping. A report was made to the police, and a coordinated operation was carried out by members of the Santa Cruz Mobile Patrol and the St. Elizabeth Operational Support Teams. The teams swooped in on the premises where the suspect was seen. The cash and cigarette were also recovered. He was subsequently taken into custody. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, commended his team for their quick response. Officers often carry out extraordinary acts of service while on duty, and it is only right we recognize those efforts. It's also important we show the public just how committed the officers working in their communities, stated Minto. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the